Have you ever wondered why society often expects men to keep their emotions hidden? It's a question that looms in the air, often unasked and unanswered. It's as if the world has crafted a mold for men, one that labels emotions as weakness and strength as the absence of emotional expressiveness. This unspoken expectation, this stereotype, paints a picture of the ideal man as stoic, unyielding, and unemotional. Yet, where does this leave the emotional spectrum that is inherently human? Joy, sadness, fear, surprise, anger, and love. These are not simply feminine traits. They are human traits. The societal pressure to conform to these antiquated notions of masculinity can be a heavy burden to bear. It's a silent struggle, one that men are often forced to grapple with in private. These societal norms are deeply ingrained, but are they truly beneficial for men's emotional health? To delve deeper into this issue, we've sought the insights of psychologists and sociologists. Our first expert, renowned psychologist Dr. James Hartman, shares his perspective. He tells us, men are often ensnared in a societal trap that equates emotional expression with weakness. This has been ingrained in us for generations, making it difficult to break the cycle. However, it's crucial to understand that emotions are not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our humanity. Next, we hear from sociologist Professor Laura Simmons, who explores the societal norms that reinforce this behavior. Our society operates on a set of unspoken rules that dictate how men and women should behave. For men, the expectation is to maintain a stoic facade, often at the cost of their emotional well-being. We need to challenge and change these norms, she asserts. We also have insights from clinical psychologist Dr. Marcus Chen. He illuminates the possible repercussions of suppressing emotions. When emotions are consistently bottled up, it can lead to stress, anxiety, and even physical ailments. It's like a pressure cooker. If you keep the lid on too tight for too long, it's bound to explode, he warns. Adding to this, sociologist Dr. Emily Foster highlights the role of societal pressure in reinforcing these harmful behaviors. Men often feel the need to conform to societal expectations, even if it means suppressing their emotions. This not only affects their mental health, but also their relationships and overall quality of life, she explains. Lastly, we hear from psychologist Dr. Robert Klein, who advocates for a shift in how we perceive emotional expression. Emotions are not a gendered experience, they are a human experience. We need to normalize men expressing their emotions and cultivate an environment where they feel safe to do so, he urges. As we can see, the suppression of emotions can have significant impacts on men's mental health. Let's continue to challenge these stereotypes and create a more understanding and accepting society. Let's take a closer look at what happens when men suppress their emotions. Picture a pressure cooker. It's designed to hold in steam, increasing the internal pressure to cook food more efficiently. But what happens if the pressure becomes too much? It needs a release, right? The same principle applies to our emotions. When we suppress them, we're essentially increasing our internal pressure, and without a release, it can have profound effects on our mental and physical health. The human brain is a fascinating organ, and it's intricately linked to our emotions. When we suppress our feelings, it can create a kind of psychological pressure. This pressure can manifest as stress, anxiety, depression, or even lead to cognitive impairment. Think of it as trying to keep a beach ball underwater. It requires constant effort, and the moment you let go, it pops up with even more force. But it's not just about mental health. Our body is a complex machine where everything is interconnected. The stress from emotional suppression can trigger the release of cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone. Elevated levels of cortisol can lead to a range of physical health issues, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. In an attempt to cope with these feelings, men often resort to unhealthy habits, such as excessive drinking, smoking, or overeating, which further compound the problem. These are not solutions, but merely temporary distractions that don't address the root cause. Suppressing emotions also impacts interpersonal relationships. It can create a wall, making it difficult for individuals to connect on a deeper level. This lack of emotional intimacy can strain relationships and lead to feelings of isolation. In essence, the cost of suppressing emotions is far too high. It's like a ticking time bomb, causing damage to our mental and physical health and impacting our relationships. Suppressing emotions is not just about hiding feelings. It can lead to real, tangible health consequences. So it's time we start acknowledging the importance of emotional expression for everyone, including men. Let's break the chains of societal expectations and embrace our emotions, because, after all, we're only human. It's time to challenge these norms and encourage men to express their emotions freely. Emotions aren't a sign of weakness, but a testament to our shared human experience. They are the universal language that binds us all, regardless of our gender. Think of emotions as a symphony, each note representing a different feeling. Suppressing any emotion is like muting a note, making the symphony incomplete. It's essential for men to play all the notes to live the full range of human emotions to complete their symphony. So how can men start embracing and expressing their emotions in a healthier way? Here are some practical tips. First, acknowledge your emotions. Recognize that it's okay to feel sad, anxious, or frustrated. These feelings are not a sign of weakness, but a part of being human. Second, communicate openly. Find a confidant, someone you trust, and share your feelings with them. It could be a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional. Remember, talking about your feelings isn't a burden. It's a step towards understanding and managing them better. Third, practice mindfulness. This is about being present and fully engaged with what you're doing. It's not about quieting the mind, but observing it without judgment. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of your emotions and how to navigate them. Lastly, be gentle with yourself. Change takes time, and it's okay to stumble along the way. What matters is that you're making an effort to break free from the chains of emotional suppression. By embracing emotional expression, men can improve their overall well-being and emotional intelligence. It's a journey towards a healthier, more authentic self. It's about breaking the chains of societal expectations and stepping into a world where emotions are seen not as a weakness, but as a strength. Remember, it's not just about expressing emotions, it's about embracing them, about realizing that it's okay to be human. It's about playing all the notes in your symphony. Change starts with us. Yes, with each and every one of us. We all have a role to play in challenging the societal norms that have long told men to hide their emotions. But how do we begin? By opening up conversations, by listening to the experiences of men around us, by understanding that it's okay, more than okay, for men to express their emotions openly. It's time we recognize that emotions are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of being human. We need to encourage our fathers, brothers, friends, and partners to share their feelings without fear of judgment or ridicule. We need to make it known that it's okay to cry, to feel, to be vulnerable. It's okay to be human. We must also remember to be patient. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey that may be filled with discomfort and resistance, but also with growth and understanding. As we encourage men to express their emotions, we must also be prepared to support them through the challenges that come with breaking away from long-standing societal norms. We can also lead by example. By expressing our own emotions openly and healthily, we show others that it's okay to do the same. It's a ripple effect. Our actions can encourage others to do the same, creating a society that values emotional expression and authenticity. We can also educate ourselves and others about the importance of emotional well-being. There are countless resources available, books, documentaries, podcasts, and more that delve into this topic. Sharing these resources can help spark conversations and spread awareness. So let's start today. Let's challenge the norms. Let's encourage emotional expression. Let's support each other in our journeys, because in the end, we're all human. We all have emotions, and we all deserve to express them without fear of judgment. Let's strive for a society that values authenticity and emotional well-being for all, because everyone deserves to be seen, heard, and understood. Let's break the chains. Let's start the change. In conclusion, it's crucial to understand the importance of emotional expression for men. We've explored the unspoken expectation that men must be stoic, a societal norm that inhibits their emotional freedom. Expert opinions have shed light on the detrimental impact of this suppression, from stress and anxiety to physical health issues. We've emphasized the need to break these chains, to to challenge and change the narrative that emotions are a sign of weakness in men. The path to emotional freedom is not a solitary journey, but a collective endeavor. Men, like all humans, should be encouraged to express their emotions openly, without fear of judgment or ridicule. In a world that often demands men to be unyielding, it's time to redefine strength. Strength lies in authenticity, in the courage to be true to one's feelings. Let's continue this conversation and work towards a more understanding and supportive society. Remember, everyone deserves the freedom to express their emotions without judgment.